We are now officially declaring the event to open and proceed with our planned schedule. The session is a quarter-final round. The session will consist of a group discussion round by the participants. This session will be headed by the expert jury panel present over here in order to evaluate young contestants with innate competencies and conscience. There are enlightened souls in the form of expert jury of Yugma 2024. A big round of applause. I'm delighted to announce the jury members for this particular session. Shri Bhagirathi Mahapatra, Chief Mentor of the event, he is a partner and a great inspiration among all of us. I request Professor Junasis Mohanty to welcome Sir and Professor Khan to honor with the jury badge. A big round of applause to carry forward the session. Dr. Ashok Mangaraj, freelancer, HR, consultancy and training in nature, he is a constant trainer across the country, focusing on performance enhancement modules. He is a Professor Dr. Shantala Subramaniam, Principal Madam of Asra School of Management, the leading lady of the Institute, Professor Priyanka, to honor our Principal Ma'am with the jury badge. We welcome all of you as the jury of the quarter-final round.
Thank you. All the best.
Say some figure.
Thank you, madam.
8 classes.
अब तो आप लोग का ज़्यादा एग्जाम
है। Very good.
It's often said, art of communication is the language of leadership. Indeed, oration is a skill that can challenge ideas, change perspectives, and inspire the actions. We are fortunate today to have amongst us a personality who embodies the spirit and more. Yugma is not just a contest, it's a journey towards understanding profound connection between our inner selves and the external world. It's about articulating the thoughts that resonate with our shared humanity, igniting creative sparks and fostering a sense of unity among all of us. Now I would like to request Professor Junasis Mohanty, Team Training and Placement and the Awesome Coordinator of Yugma 2024 to throw the light on the guidelines of Stage 2. A big round of applause for Professor Mohanty.
Thank you so much, Madam Ananya. It's an honor to stand before this august gathering to brief the contestants about the guidelines of Stage 2, that is to discuss now. With permission of the expert jury, ma'am, sir, can I proceed with the guidelines? Thank you. So, contestants, please pay attention, and I'm sure my team will do the needful. These are the rules and regulations of this group discussion round. Anybody can initiate and anybody can conclude during the group discussion. So very simple. Obviously, it is a leaderless group discussion. So members are not expected to elect or select any leader. What I'm saying, you can listen and you can visualize the same in the projector as well. Total group discussion process will consume about 20 minutes. That is what the organizing team has fixed. However, if the expert jury, they find it is continued beyond 20 minutes, if they want to interact, that is their decision. So obviously, this 20 minutes can also be stretched. However, the organizing team has fixed 20 minutes for one jury process. During these 20 minutes, 2 minutes will be given to assimilate your thoughts on the selected topic. So once all the contestants of a particular group are announced by Ananya Madam, they will come and take their respective seats here on the dais. Then Madam will announce the topic for that particular group. Once it is announced, you will be given 2 minutes to assimilate your thought process on the chosen topic. For 2 minutes. So you are given 2 minutes, you have been given, or you will be given 2 minutes to assimilate thought process. After 2 minutes, the bell will ring. And once the bell rings, the first contestant sitting here, serial number 1, can start speaking. After 30 seconds, the bell rings again, and the first contestant will stop speaking, and the second contestant will start speaking. Likewise, 30 seconds will be given to each contestant in a chronological order. Contestant 1, contestant 2, 3, 4, like this. Is that clear to everybody, all the contestants? Yes. Till now? I couldn't hear. Is it clear? Or shall I repeat? Repetition is not required. Thank you. Once the last contestant in the group completes his turn, serial number 10, for example, in this particular group, one long bell will ring, which indicates that the forum is open for the group discussion. So 30 seconds, each member speaking his or her mind to the expert jury on the chosen topic. Once the last member of the group completes his or her turn, the forum is open for group discussion. Everybody can start, initiate the discussion and participate in the discussion. Basic etiquette and mannerism should be maintained. All the contestants are expected to respect each other and allow everyone to speak. In case of any objection or any chaotic situation, the bell will ring. And here is the significance of this bell. The participants are expected to stop talking immediately. In case of any chaotic situation, if the bell rings, then as a contestant here, you are supposed to stop talking immediately. The discussion can resume only after the jury gives due concurrence. It is plain and simple. Only with the consent of the jury, the discussion may resume. The pre-concluding bell will ring after 19 minutes of the process. The group is expected to give concluding remarks in the last 1 minute. So obviously, as a contestant, you will come to know that after few minutes of discussion, there is a bell. Then you will understand that the last 1 minute is there, where you are required to give the concluding remarks. The selection will be based on 3 basic parameters. This is definitely important. These 3 basic parameters are communication, value orientation, knowledge and creativity. So there are 3 expert members in the expert jury. So from this, you can all correlate, and 3 parameters were given: communication, value orientation, knowledge and creativity. On these parameters, the expert jury is going to judge your competencies. Jury reserves the right to ask questions to the participants, stop the jury before time, or suspend the jury. That's why jury's decisions shall be final and shall be abided. These are the rules and regulations of stage 2, that is group discussion round of Yugma 2024. Before I leave the dais, I would like to ask all the contestants if they have any clarification, if they want to ask anything, I am ready to clarify. Please. If at all any clarification is required, then I am here. If no, then all the best to all of you. No clarification? Thank you. All the best.
Chair,
to admit and to manifest. No other movement, but only the movements prompted and guided by the divine. Let's start session 2. Group 1. Damayanti Pawar, High-Tech College in Pharmacy, please come to the stage. Natasha Singh, IHS. Vishnupriya Sahu, Kalam Institute of Technology. I request everyone. Nishrita Padi, KKS Women College. Varun Panigrahi, Roland Institute of Technology. S.N. Krishna, Kendrapara Auto College. Niman Asa Bhuiya, Pratyasha Patnaik, Anshuman Swai, L. Dimpin Sai Reddy. Damayanti Pawar, Pratyasha Singh, Vishnupriya Sahu, Lipshita Padi, Varun Panigrahi, S.N. Krishna, Niman Asa Bhuiya, Pratyasha Patnaik, Anshuman Swai, L. Dimple Sai Reddy. I request everyone on stage. Please be seated. Please take your seats and sit down, please. Thank you. I request the volunteer. Please be ready with the ball. I request the audience to clap for group 1. As we start the session, we need to applaud.
ଏବେ ଫୋକସ୍ଟା ଗୋଟେ ଭଲ ଟାଇମ୍ ରହିବ।
I will request the volunteer.
Fine.
I'm sure group 1 is ready for the discussion. You have input in your hand, so this is a message to the other contestants who will be coming in the subsequent group. Please come with your writing pad, which is given in your sheet, the welcome sheet, right? And once you are here and the jury is over, please put the microphone as well as the tag on the chair itself. Thank you, and all the best. Madam, you can proceed with the topics.
Volunteer.
Yeah, volunteer.
I would request Dr. Bankim Mohanty sir to please do the honor by picking the first group discussion round, sir. It's our honor, sir. Volunteer Nani, I need to start. The topic for a big round of applause for Mohanty sir. The topic of Group 1 is should higher education follow the principles of integral education? I repeat, should higher education follow the principles of integral education? The audience, please keep quiet. The GT is now start. Start. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, please.
Good morning to one and all present over here. This is Damayanti Pawar from Highway College of Pharmacy, pursuing B.Pharm final year. So today I am here to speak few lines on the given topic. Should higher education follow the principle of integral education? Yes, of course, I follow this quote, and this is definitely needed for our higher education and for our future generation to follow integral education. In day-to-day life, higher education, we forget our integral education. As our sir has already...
Next contestant.
Good morning everyone, I'm Pratyasha Singh. Topic is basically should higher education follow the principles of integral education. I personally think that as per my knowledge, this is a philosophy given by Sri Aurobindo, where he speaks about it focusing that education is not only about academics, it follows the needs of the people and the function of a teacher as a gardener in guiding the students and not in actually...
Next contestant.
Good morning everyone, I am Vishnupriya Sahu, continuing this topic further. As humans are on the path of evolution, everything we need is education to guide us towards the alignment. And I think that personally, Integral education plays this role perfectly to enlighten us towards the perfect spiritual being, to convert us into the perfect spiritual being. As of the Aurobindo Ji, it is said that humans are needed to be educated through physically, mentally, spiritually.
Next contestant.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Lipshita Padi from TKS Women's College, Barishwar. So the topic is, should higher education follow the principles of integral education? Integral education helps in the development of moral personality of a human being. In this materialistic world, a person is extremely needed to know the values of happiness, kindness, and the terms like consciousness, which will help the world to shape more beautifully. Today's youth pursuing higher education.
Next contestant.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Bharat Panigrai from Roland Institute of Technology. I think integral education, the current education should follow the principle of integral education, because the integral education is needed so that a student not only memorize the facts but also he develops physically, emotionally, intellectually and socially. In daily life, we don't not only need our academic.
Next contestant.
Good afternoon, one and all present over here. I am S.N. Krishna, currently from Kendrapada Autonomous College and pursuing my first year degree in Industrial Sociology. Coming to the topic, should higher education follow the principles of integral education? So, as we are the young generation of this incredible India, the so-called Gen Zs we all have heard as they are getting into, they are building a new form of life or a new form of complete new generation apart from the past ones. So we are coming up with a lot of knowledge and various ideas. So of course, I personally follow, should higher education must follow the principle of integral education.
Next contestant.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vimanasa from XIT. According to Sri Aurobindo, the education should include the development of mind, body and soul. It is very important for an individual to not only gain bookish knowledge, but also get knowledge about the factors that can affect, such as physical, social and spiritual aspects of our life. It is also very important for an individual to know their traditions and customs, as we are forgetting.
Next contestant.
Hello, my name is Pratyasha and I belong to Nickelodeon Autonomous College. First, let's understand what is integral education. So actually, integral education is the education with accordance to the full development of body, mind and soul. This concept was actually introduced by Sri Aurobindo and it focuses mainly on gaining knowledge with the full body development rather than just mugging up facts that we usually do in higher education. So I think it is really important for the
Next contestant.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ansuman Swine, and we are, I guess, familiar with the topic right now. So I would just like to put Longfellow out here. Tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream, but the soul is dead as slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Here the poet is trying to say that we should aim high, and by integrating all the principles of Sri Aurobindo, we can improve our education system. Thank you.
Next contestant.
higher education is directly proportional to growing competition. Therefore, the underlying theme of integral education is Indriya Nigraha, that is control over all the senses, that is Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Mad, Matsarya, Ahankar and Alasya. Without overcoming these all, we cannot grow towards success. Therefore, with education, integral education is important.
The forum is open for discussion. Start. Anyone of you can start.
As my sister said, I really agree with her concept. Yes, we humans are at the conscious being, and we should be grateful for this. Our subconscious and conscious decide who we are, and education plays the important role in it because we are spiritually awakened, all because of the energy form. We all are the part of energy, and all we need to do is match our vibration with the spiritual being, with that learning different things. As Saul has said, Namo Jaganya. I respect my enemies too. I do believe I learned a new thing today. So this is called education as a mind view. Thank you.
Okay, so basically when we follow our integral education, at that time we come to differentiate about what is the literal meaning and the figurative meaning between the religion, the dharma and the spirituality. So spirituality is basically a set of experience which gives us immense amount of transformation, whereas the term dharma is very illogically misinterpreted, whereas dharma is simply innate nature, social order and it is individual duty. Therefore, this integral education will lead us towards our consciousness. The consciousness which will lead us from material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. And when we implement it, then definitely with self-actualization, self-introspection, growing knowledge, confidence, resilience, and we can grow, we can get fruitful results with consistent dedication and determination.
I think, as our sir has already said, that integral means whole, spiritual, value and education of being. Nowadays, students, elders, adults, they forget about how to pray to God. First of all, they only read Gita and they do not acknowledge the knowledge about Gita. They do not understand the real meaning of it. There are two marks in the Gyan, that is Bhakti Marg and Gyan Marg. If you directly connect your soul to that spiritual body, that light, and that spread around it for 5 minutes in early Brahma Muhurat and for 5 minutes in evening, then you will directly connect to God and that will increase our education system. We will become conscious about our body, that will increase our willpower and along with integral education is completed with higher education. Thank you so much.
But I think integral education is just not about connecting to the divine. I think there are other aspects as well.
There were certain principles about it, and there were teaching principles, 3 teaching principles, and there were some curriculum principles there.
First principle, to connect or to increase our integral education with higher education is to connect with God. If we connect with it, then the values and our consciousness and everything will increase automatically.
How you gonna connect with the
Actually, how is it
what
gonna
I
affect to the higher education?
Yeah, actually, like when the discussion comes to higher education, we focus on the youth of the country. The youth are saying
needs to speak its mind.
yes.
How will the youth speak its mind if it's connected to God?
With the practicing daily 21 days continuously in morning, evening, in colleges, in school. If you continuously meditate to God, if you talk to God, if you tell your problem to Him, He will definitely solve. You will get your path.
God never says to solve
Yes.
the problem. God says you have to work to solve the problem. God never says I'm going to solve your problem.
Listen,
The power you get from God, is the only that you will see the path to follow and to get success.
actually, meditation comes in the next step. The first step is to this is a materialistic world which is going on in today's world. So first of all, we have to sort out ourselves. We have to disconnect ourselves with a little from the modern world. Like in today's world, each and every youth is attracted to social media, and social media in every possible way is affecting the mind and body of today's generation. And this is the thing which we have to disconnect ourselves, and we have to go in a more spiritual and peaceful way to shape ourselves and shape the world in future.
Exactly, what you said is extremely correct, because nowadays as we are distancing ourselves from God, it's not just about connecting with God, it is connecting with nature, it is connecting with spirituality. For that reason, the disadvantages are simply in higher education, if people are bunking classes, people are falling in case of intoxication, drugs.
Is spirituality just connecting to God?
It's not just about connecting to God, it's about ourselves. Connecting with ourselves, connecting with soul, connecting with
Spirituality
nature.
teaches us to be clean, and we have to clean our mind first for to
be clean throughout. So this is what spiritually basically teaches us to being nothing, to achieve that nothingness, that punyata, that we call as punyata, where the Siva dwells.
Exactly, as mentioned.
And as you have said that about the internet, I got my spirituality from the internet. I'm not saying that you have to totally disconnect from the internet. Internet can be used in positive way, but I was telling you about the social media thing. If there is something negative, as to a coin have two faces, no? I'm not telling that is in a larger way affecting negatively to the people rather than affecting. We are the being. We attract what we desire.
Yes, we manifest the thing that we desire.
Completely, exactly. Like you are aware of it, therefore you are using the internet in a positive way. But for those, actually, book is the thing which makes us focused. You know, and book is also written by this human. I am not
Human gain knowledge for different
Actually, I would like to
continue about the
defend
higher.
contestant one. I'd like to defend contestant one. What she wanted to say is, she wanted to integrate spiritualism with education. Now, my point here is, Aurobindo says, nothing can be taught. Nothing can be taught. Nothing can be taught, but we can actually try to, integrate those feelings. The feelings of spiritualism in our students. Nowadays, we are getting
Awareness is the basic, you know, we have to, the first thing that we said.
Nowadays, students are getting detached from spiritualism. Although they are kind of knowledgeable, they have lots of knowledge. But when it comes to ethics, when it comes to standing on your own feet or standing on your own ground, when situations move away from you, like life, life sometimes throws obstacles on you. Then they go for shortcuts and stuff. So that's
Spiritually connected people are successful. I agree with that. But there are also many atheists that are successful. How will you achieve that?
Atheism is
Karma. They are past karma of them. If you deep down study the granthas, if you know the knowledge of granthas, if you do meditation daily, you will understand that are the past karma that are paying now.
Exactly. In this modern world, we are just simply running behind superficial happiness. For that reason, as she mentioned, we need to, there is a sloka, Kaka Cheshta Bhagavadhyanam, Swana Nidra Tathavacha Alpahari Graha Tyagi Vidyarthi Panchalakshanam, Brahma Muhurt. That is the best time. But nowadays, what students are doing, sleeping till 9, sleeping till 10. We need to inbuild discipline. We need to inbuild character within ourselves.
According to Hindu Dharma, Brahma Muhurta is the spiritual thing. It's the movement of spirituality. But according to Greek mythology and different mythology, it is the time of demons to dwell.
Yes.
But for those of atheists, connecting to God is not the only way to be peaceful, to know the Lord.
I agree. And integral education not only focuses on just spirituality, but it also focuses on overall development.
The first integral education that a child should be taught is kindness. Kindness is the basic education that a child should learn.
Definitely, the qualities you mentioned, humbleness, kindness, generosity, gratitude. Nowadays, we are forgetting to give gratitude. That's the reason in our Vedas it is written, when you wake up, give gratitude to God. When you eat, give gratitude to God.
Are you about the air that we are inhaling? Are you giving gratitude about the trees that standing before us?
The reason we are not giving the gratitude, we are
really
just...
believe that gratitude can only be taught by integral education?
No. Gratitude
Integral education is a way.
It is a medium.
It will learn it, but then is it needful to integrate your integral education in the higher education to teach people about this faithfulness, and cannot it be cultivated by itself?
Integral education also includes the Indian culture, that Indian culture is adopted through surroundings. Indian culture also comes from colonialism, some of the Indian culture. So, should we follow Sanatani Indian culture or the mixed Indian culture integrate in the higher education?
If it is Sanatan, if it is Sanatan or Buddha or any religion in the world, but the
Sanatan is not a religion. It is a
religion is the medium to get the spirituality. Religion is not the end. Religion is just a medium. You are going to be get spiritual, you are going to be get enlightened by yourself. If you consider yourself as a God, you are the God, you are the release. You are the God. God is something totally different. We are not different from God. We are the God. Krishna says, I am everyone. I am the universe and universe is me.
See, Krishna also said, Sarva Dharma Parityajam Mamekam Sarvam
Mamekam Saranam. Yes. In the God study, whatever my remembrance.
See, it's not about dharma is simply dharayati iti dharma. The one which upholds, the one which sustains, and the one which uplifts is dharma. And we cannot differentiate into religion.
And education should be all about.
As for contestant number 8, she is trying to defend ageism. So, I would like to remind the GD out here. Like Amartya Sen, who was Nobel laureate, I don't remember. So, he actually supports ageism, but he considers it as a part of Hinduism. Someone had advised him that ageism is a belief system in Sanatana. Ageism is a belief system in Sanatana, and people show faith. When, like in ageism, it's your faith that you don't believe.
Exactly. That is what I'm trying to say. It is my faith that I don't believe in God. I believe in karma. Something that I do, I achieve the results of
Because
it.
karma
I believe in
is
practicality in a way. I want to speak one thing that is it integral education has been practically implicated in this world. Auroville is one of the examples. My own maternal uncle is staying there and my sister is studying a part of integral education in a way.
See, one part of integral education is also globalization.
Yeah, I
Like
believe
all the
This is the
ethics
same
aren't immoral, no? They have morals, they are also
Yes.
like as we have
We are
seen.
trying to
Religions are medium to
The thing is it serving the
We
purpose?
all are only young by our age. We are not young by our soul. We are already mature enough to get lot of knowledge. We have learned more than enough. We are just young by our age. We are just young by our
I would give a pause to this. The discussion round is over, I guess. And yeah, please give the concluding remarks.
So, ma'am, I want to conclude that higher education follow the principle of integral education definitely, because for our future generation, higher education with integral education is very, very necessary. Because our young youth, everyone is not aware of God. They are only now focusing on books or only focusing on social media. So,
and I have something to say, not regarding to this but regarding to my personal thing. I really want to
Yes, the time is over. Thank you so much. Contestant number 2. Yes, ma'am. How do you agree to this particular statement that higher education should follow the principles of integral education?
I believe that is a beautiful concept. Theoretically, it's really good. But I am skeptical about the practical implication of it. How many people are actually capable enough to understand its practicality, that it can be implemented? How many of them are ready to accept it? And how can we actually integrate it into the current higher educational system? Because if you want to include the principles of integral education, I believe that it should start from the primary level. I don't think it can be accepted on a larger scale if you integrate it on the higher education.
Thank you. Contestant number 8. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Same question to you.
Ma'am, as she said that she is talking about the practical approach. But it was practical way back before the colonizers arrived. They made a different educational system. Before that, everything was included in the education system of India, in Gurukuls. They had holistic development, moral development, physical health, spirituality, wisdom. They gained knowledge from different aspects. They had Artha Shastra, everything. So the practical approach is possible. It just needs time. And new education policy has lot of ways.
Now, contestant number 7. Same question. Same question.
And I think integral education should be included in higher education because it is not just about spirituality. It is also about what we gain from that integral education. We are learning about our traditions, we are learning about our customs that we have left long back. So we are getting to know about where we have actually come from.
Yes, ma'am. I do agree to the statement that should higher education follow the principles of integral education as, ma'am, nowadays, due to the rapid generations gap between the parents and the children, there is a major gap which is forming, that we are not agreeing to the parents' statement as it gives us a major impact on the education system as they are giving us the lessons, the knowledge that they have learned back in their days. They are passing it to their children where we get that education from first as parents are our first teachers. So nowadays the integral education must be between every children in every student's mind to commemorate the fact that the thing which is integral education is providing to the children, it is much more important for the self growth.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for group 1. Sir has a question.
To participant 3. In integral education, nothing can be taught. What it is not meant, nothing can be lost. How do you accept it and how you explain it?
The thing is, tradition and education shouldn't be learned, it should be realized. It should be where we are dwelling, we are learning by the experience. We are not getting into education just because we want to fulfill our needs. We are getting the education just because we want to survive, we want to evaluate, we want to evolve with the same being, with not to the 3D being, to the 5D, to different dimensional being, to cross the dimensional, to be aligned with the higher self. That is what it should be education. And as a student of Saraswati Sidhu Vidya Mandir, I am really grateful that I got learned this thing from the very beginning. Thank you.
Participant 10. What is the difference between taught and learning, teaching and learning?
So teaching happens at that time when every knowledge, each and every particle within us, we try to give that to somebody else. But learning happens when we, with utmost inner self and inner want to get the intrinsic detailing of everything. That is the basic difference.
Thank you so much, all the participants. I would request you please put your mic on the chair and the ID cards. The batches, please.
Program. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for group 1. Now it's time for Group 2. Manishka Das, Institute of Health Science. Please big round of applause. Manishka Das, Institute of Health Science. S. Manisha, Kalam Institute of Technology. S. Manisha. Saraswati Soumya Swine. Panda, Renee Dubé, Bhavna Bhumishra, D. Harry Robin Topo, Om Swarup, Shakti Swarupa Parida, Rajashmita Senapati. All of you, please give a big round of applause for stage 2 university students. Now I would request the volunteer to please ask Professor Ashok Kumar Panda sir to pick a cheat for the group discussion. Please do the honors, sir. Well, great topic. The future of humanity lies in human unity. The topic for discussion, the future of humanity lies in human unity. Give a big round of applause for the nice GD topic over here. The time starts now. Participant 1, Anisha.
Good morning to all of you. I am Manishka. I am currently pursuing my bachelor's in physiotherapy and I am very passionate about writing. So as per the topic, the future of humanity lies in human unity. I absolutely agree with it because man is a social animal and it will be great that all the human beings here will be allotted to solve the social issues because strength is always life and weakness is the death. So there are many environmental.
Question number 2.
Hello everyone, this is S. Manisha from Kalam Institute
Hold
of...
on. So it's a request to all participants, hereafter those who are coming again, you introduce yourself. Either the topic. We have it here. Just start with your deliberation. Yes.
Contestant number 2, please start.
That's a fantastic topic to explore. The future of humanity indeed lies in human unity. So, Sri Aurobindo teaching the light on the importance of unity and collaboration among human beings. It believes that when we create a united force, we can create a progressive society. We can overcome the challenges that divide us and work toward the green future.
Contestant number 3.
A very good afternoon to everyone. So I want to say that humanity and human unity are interrelated. And if we see the literal meaning of both the terms, then this seems similar also, because humanity and human unity. And then humanity will result into harmony and peace in the country and all over the world. And this was a hope and a dream by Sri Aurobindo during the 15th August 1947 speech, in which he had given 5 dreams.
Contestant number 4. Very good afternoon to all. Yes, I agree with this topic. This is very interesting topic. The future of humanity lies in human unity, because we all have to interconnect with each other. If, for example, if we have any problem, we have to discuss and connect with the others so that they can give solution to that problem. Like this, we all have to interconnect with each other. So, I agree. The future of humanity lies on human unity. Contestant number 5.
Very good afternoon, everyone. The future of humanity lies in the human unity. That is a sentence that I will stand by till the end of life. Unity is the basis of life. We unite, we survive, we divide, we fall. History has witnessed, we as Indians, we know that division has been a very big part of India's history, and we have seen how bad and adverse its effects are. Lastly, I would like to say, be it cultural, social or economical, unity is what we strive to attain at the end of the day. Thank you.
Contestant number 6.
Good afternoon, everybody. Due to restriction of time, I will outright go towards the topic. Future. First of all, future lies in our present. So developing present creates future. A very important slogan, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, meaning this entire world is one family, denotes every person. If we stand together, we empower ourselves as a strong nation, as a strong, united.
Contestant number 7.
Good afternoon, everyone. If we critically examine the word humanity, we can really decipher it into human and unity. Individually, we might not be enough, but together we can move mountains. Just as the old song says, "Saath hi haath badhana, ek akela thak jayega, milkar ho pata." It is really of great importance to have unity that will eventually lead to humanity. Thank you.
Contestant number 8.
I am a mere creation of God and live by the embodiment of this code. Each time I close my eyes and being engulfed in the shadow of darkness, I realize there is a ray of light that holds my hand and says that unity is the one thing that we need to work upon, and the Creator's creation is all of us. That's why we need to work towards the purpose of life and live by the embodiment of this code. And each time every one of us closes our eyes, we realize this in the utter darkness of solitude and aloneness. Thank you.
Good morning. The future of humanity lies in human unity. Human unity means that all humans should feel a sense of belongingness to each other. And the future of humanity is surely dependent on it, because in the time of crisis and when we face adversities, it is our empathy and compassion towards each other that will help us walk through this life and are going to save us. Thank you.
Contestant number 10.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think everyone has given a better example and explanation about how the future humanity is based on the unity between the humans. And I think this example will be perfectly for the Indians, because we fought against the Britishers back then, and the thing which hold behind us, we came from different culture, different language and different state. What was between us? The unity. The unity to get the freedom for our country.
So we always need one single reason to get united. Why we can't think about it back before? When the Britishers arrived, then only we thought about the unity. Thank you.
Open for the discussion.
Humanity is the basic structure which creates every being. So future definitely lies in what we do today. And speaking about unity, it clearly means that we all together stand for a singular purpose. Of course, we'll have different opinions, we'll have different thoughts, but together we should accept what's right and move towards it with clear acceptance and sheer acknowledgement of what every individual stands for.
As my friend said,
During the starting that on 15th August 1947, Sri Aurobindo dreamed of mostly 5 things, and mostly 4 of them were about the freedom and the peace of the country and all over the world. And the 5th dream was based on the unity that must be present among all the humans, and that will only sustain the humanity by the process of peace and harmony. And as my what your opponents also say, that India is the greatest witness of human unity. Because without human unity, India could not have ever gained freedom from the Britishers. And that's why humanity existed, and everyone, there was empathy and compassion between all of them to fight against the Britishers and protect themselves.
The question I would like to ask first, we are sitting and talking about unity. Let's look at the basic fundamental psychology of a child. A child has no shame, a child has no ego. Everything that's appealing to the child's eye, they merge with other people and they unite and make a childhood that's worth remembering. We grow old and we are bounded by or shadowed by the culture, the ego, the differentiation that we see within each of us. We are bounded by the question that comes on differentiation. We are in a world of globalization where divided by culture, tradition, their GDP, and the factors which affects each of our unity.
The countries are divided by that first of all, education system and the social phenomena decides what a child will be when he grows up. I cannot confirmly stand here and say that okay, a child is very innocent in his childhood. When he grows up, he'll be a bad individual. I cannot
Completely
say
agree.
that.
The education system is what shapes the child's view on life, on the world. And I feel like as a country, we should really think about why we need a repository in order to unite. I feel like
depend upon the
force to unite. Same as the world.
In India, as we are seeing, India has a very rich heritage and culture that is embodiment by the gurus, the sages, and all the Pandavas that who have been carrying down the heritage. And as we know, India has a history, a tragic history of converting or freeing the cages from the Britishers' hand. So in India, we are talking about unity, which is a great thing at the present time because India is going to be one of the superpower which is going to conquer throughout the world in Kali Yuga.
I want to say that the unity in which you are all are speaking, the unity will only come when we will understand the fact what Sri Aurobindo also said, like divine power. That we all are part of the divine human being, which was in the given topic before. We have to understand we all are not different. We all are the son and kids of the same God. Why the unity doesn't come within us? Because
No, I completely understand your point, but every individual has a different perspective. Every individual has a different perspective. We cannot claim that okay, I am correct, so everybody else is wrong. There is always going certainly have a perspective, no matter what. There is always existence.
We always want a single reason to come united. Why we can't inherit that proper property within us?
Definitely, different perspectives can definitely come to a perfect conclusion.
We don't need
There is
to.
always the future wherever we feel that just different perspectives are there. Wherever we feel that different perspectives are there, we need to claim our point. We need
Let us not forget that we are living by the embodiment of this code, so we also need to show unity in this discussion itself. So I would like to say, in a united place or in a people which is surrounded by the epitome of unitedness, there is a differentiation between the conscious and the subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is the one who is responsible for decision making, and your subconscious mind is the one who takes the decision making from your conscious mind and establish within your mind. So we need to understand that each one of us human is connected by one umbilical cord, and that connects us to the divine.
I believe we always ready to be exist. Excuse me, let me speak. I've always started first, but I'm letting all of you speak. Don't overtake my turn. There is always going to be existence of the evil and the good. You have to make a choice. So when we tell the future of humanity lies in human unity, irrespective of what ground you are, there is always going to be globalization, capitalization and division of countries. But history is witness that in the face of adversaries, people have to hold each other's hand to work through it. I
for all are saying that we are a children of God. And for a minute, I would like to stress on what she said. Evil and good. First of all of the contestants here sitting are all standing for humanity, are all standing for unity.
Concluding this whole discussion.
Concluding these things.
Our principal manager, please remember the rule. Don't make it chaotic. And if you make it chaotic, we can also suspend the school. Right? So everyone will be heard. Don't get so agitated. Everyone will be heard. In case you are unable to speak, we'll give you an opportunity to speak. Right? So here we are not fighting for anything. We are trying to deliberate so that we can get good ideas. You all are very intelligent beings. We want good ideas from you. Alright? So keep your calm, speak, don't make it chaotic. Okay? Thank you.
We all are connected through one umbilical cord that I said. Each one of us has one base on which we all are in this world, and that's the divine God. So let's not forget, there is no differentiation basically within each one of the human present over here. Because at the end, we are going to go to one place which will connect to us to the all divine. That's the place which is not understood by the people.
Okay, but
Human unity is most, excuse me, human unity is most important today's world, because when we talk about unity, we definitely take the example of Chandrayaan-3. How the Chandrayaan-3 was successful by
But I would like to state here a point. It's not just the unity that made Chandrayaan-3 a possible mission. There were a lot of rivalries that actually encouraged individuals.
If two persons are no unity, if there is no unity, then how can that possible?
I understand your point. With due respect, I definitely agree to your point that unity is required, but opposition shall also be accepted and encouraged, because we also know that
every coin is two sides. Like that, every work has an opposite reaction also. Like that, we can go through the positive thing. Where is it
negative also needs to be
okay, like my brother said over here, we are connected through one umbilical cord. What would you say if I say that there is a girl sitting next to you who is fat? Okay, somebody will fat shame her. That is not unity. You have to stand for her.
If someone fat shames a girl or differentiates a person, that's because one's perspective. But we should not forget that the person sitting in front of us
unity should come from right over there, no?
We need to have a basic understanding about unity, because we are having the lackness in understanding. Is if we understand that each one of us is human, each one of us has special ability within themselves, each one of us is unique, and each one of us
I completely to your point, but listen one thing, even Charles Darwin said, survival of the fittest. So there will be a competition no matter what, how much we want, how much we progress, it doesn't matter. There will be competition.
Keeping apart the past and future, I want to challenge a question here that everyone is talking about human unity now. Then how can we forget about the word humanity? Does that really exist in today's generation?
Definitely. If it wouldn't have existed, we would not have been working so.
But everyone are not same. Everyone is perfect. It's not same. Everyone is not same.
Right? You can't say. We all, even during the British time, I said the same point. We all came from different states, different languages. We all are individuals within ourselves. It doesn't mean that we all have to have the same opinion, same tradition. With unity, we would also have to unite us at the end of the day.
Let's
See,
not
you have said that humanity is the single religion and we are all the children of God. And for that reason only, we should be focusing on ourselves and also focus on the development of others also. We should be only focused on the individualism only.
It is a good point that we are all children of
complete peace. Overall round development of all the students and all the people of all over the world. And here we are talking about that there is division between the countries and there are many more differences. Then if we take the example of Israel-Palestine war, then there also if we bring peace among us and then only we can control over those things. We can bring unity and there only the humanity shows its real identity.
Definitely. Development, we have to unite with each other. For example, for a child, teachers, parents, all are united for education. So we have to unite for all things.
I like to point out humanity is not only about human unity. There must be focus on empathy and compassion towards the characteristics of humanity.
For a second, all of that are the byproduct of unity. If there is no unity, how will these all arise?
There's no
If there is no humanity.
If we help a puppy which is injured on the road, we are helping him. Or we are helping him or her on our own. So that's also a kind of humanity. These are not, we cannot say that it is a sub-part or it is a byproduct of unity. Here I am saying that both are correspondent in nature. Unity and humanity are both correspondent in nature. We cannot say that this subjugates the other or
With due respect, for a few seconds, I'll ask you. Humanity, unity, correct. They are very, very correlated. But if there is unity, then only humanity, the future humanity can be established.
I'll ask you.
I like humanity. Thank you so much.
Concluding this, I would like to.
In conclusion, I want to say that, as my friend said, Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Like that, in this today's world, human lies in human unity, because it believes that when we create a united force, we can successfully control a work, or we can definitely success in future. Like Chandrayaan, we different type of things are we create it unitely. Thank you.
I'd like to conclude by saying that human unity should not be dependent. Human unity should not be dependent upon if one is a believer or an atheist. It should be most human in the nature, that we should be able to be compassionate and empathetic about each other irrespective of our faiths. Because India is a diverse country.
And they run as the railway track because they both are parallel.
One word, one mother, Jai Hind.
Please be seated. I would like to ask the expert jury if he is. Okay. So, contestant number 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please tell whether you think humanity lies in human unity? And if yes, just cite one instance where you think you can contribute.
Ma'am, as a question in the group, that we all are talking about unity because we all have studied diversity and we are following the principles. But my question was, does the humanity still alive? Yes, they debated on this and of course not. But there are instances of human references, but there are also instances of human nuances in the world happening. And for humanity, first let a man be a human by all the traits of empathy, understanding, and all the other characteristics. I of course support that future of humanity lies in unity, because without unity we are just a single particle of universe and we cannot manipulate the cosmic energy alone. And to conclude this, I have a quote which goes like, our body is the chariot and our soul, the Atma, is the charioteer. And our indriyas, the five senses, are the horses pulling the cart, and our wisdom, our buddhi, is the driver. So we drive onto the path where our wisdom takes us.
So by this, our soul uses our interiors or senses by a means to enjoy the worldly happiness, and then we can become a human to practice humanity. Thank you.
Okay. Question number 4. The same question. Do you think humanity is important, or like human unity is important for safeguarding humanity? And what is your plan? As an individual, what is your plan?
Yes, I agree that humanity is lies on human unity, because if a group is there, they unite with each other for helping others. Uh, from my perspective, human unity is lies on humanity, because everyone have different perspective, but they put their point of view after they before they so everyone put their different perspective before they and make a solution of someone's problem. Then they unite with each other and get solution.
Contestant 7.
Same. I sure do agree that the future of humanity lies in human unity. But we need to first understand that just saving a puppy is not humanity. It's saving a fallen man who on a road who just had an accident is also a part of humanity. But unfortunately, not everyone comes forward to that. And according to the freedom fighting and the freedom that we had, the humanity and the human unity we had seen over there, but then also there was partition. We need to keep that in mind as well. Thank you, that's all.
Now, I surely believe that the future of humanity lies in human unity, because if the Jews did not stand up against Hitler, the Nazi Germany would have continued. So if the marginalized communities do not show their unity, humanity will not survive. There have been examples of fascism, of evils everywhere, but when humans are united with each other, they stand for each other irrespective of their faiths in the face of adversaries, we'll be able to walk each other till the end of time.
Contestant 10.
Coming to some real life examples, like Hindu and Muslims, the fight is very common in India. The Hindus are connected and united with a single language, which is Hindi, and the Muslims with their religion. But we see they often fight with each other. There is no humanity between them. They are also united in their group, they are also united in their group. We can't say always unity gives
It's not human. I'm sorry.
In a particular
We'll come.
They are united by a single religion, like Jews were connected by a single religion and they fought against Hitler. It's also unity. Unity connected by some different reasons. And you will also not forget the fact that Indians were united and fought against British, but still India had partitions. So always not the human unity can give humanity. We can't say that. I don't agree to this point.
Yes. 6. Ma'am, I was trying to emphasize that she said Hindu-Muslim, they have unity in their own groups. But unity means in a larger scale throughout. It transcends religion, it transcends boundaries. Even Jews and Christians had a very huge fight like Hindu-Muslims in, I think, 17th or 18th centuries. So definitely unity on a larger scale means everyone will come under a single belief. Everyone will have their perspective, but will work for what is divine, the supramental as given by Sri Aurobindo.
Ma'am, I would like to point out that the question was, what would you do? What was your? I think as a society, we need to put our individualities aside for some moment of time if we genuinely want to come together as an entire race, if you wish. I think, yes, individuality is very important. It brings a school of thought into the group, but in order to gain true unity, you have to sacrifice some of your individual thoughts and your individual beliefs. For example, like my friend said, Hindu-Muslim. We have to put those religious thoughts aside if we want to genuinely go forward as a country. So there are various things
that add to the mixture, but at the end of the day, humanity, unity is what the humanity's future.
Okay, true. Yes, humanity is important in unity.
My second question to participant 10,673. The question is, can human unity established by physical kinship, vital association, or mental agreement? If yes, how? If no, how? Tell.
Sir, coming to the leader and mental establishment, what you said. Sir, first of all, we have to understand what the leader has, his belief, his thought process. Like Hitler had a huge impact on people. We should agree the point that he was a great speaker and he had the power to attract different humans. So coming under his leadership, the people who were there, they became united and did things what he said. But that doesn't lead to the humanity. They did the bad things. So if you come to the king or the leadership, it depends on the belief and the thought process of the leader. But coming to mental agreement has a unity. Every single person of a group can speak his or her points, so we can know what's wrong and what's right. And in this way, like our India, like secular and democratic view, then I think it would be a better replacement than leadership. We all can say our own points. We all can know what's different between you and me. We will not do. If I would see the leader is doing something wrong, I can point out this thing. And I think in this way, some way, humanity can establish.
Thank you. Sir, can you repeat the question? Sir, can you repeat the question?
Can human unity by physical kinship, vital association, mental agreement? If yes, how? If no, how?
Sir, humanity is a concept that builds through within. Like it's a conceptual knowledge that we preach for. It can't be taught. Like a teacher cannot sit here and speak about it for like 2 hours or some, but we need to practice it within ourselves. Speaking about physical kinship, these days I was very impressed from my friends' thought that we need to sacrifice, we need to compromise in certain aspects. Obviously, we should have our stand, we should stand for our belief, but definitely every human has some or other mistakes. No man is perfect, so we should accept our faults and we should prevail for acceptance. Speaking about mental association can only be practiced through meditation, which is the yes.
With due respect, sir, I want to say that yes, the physical kinship, the mental agreement, and also the vital association can surely ensure human unity and also by that humanity. Because I want to say about two instances. Firstly, if we talk about an NGO or charitable trust, then there is a physical kinship and there is also mental agreement about a certain concern of the society. And by that only all the people of that particular NGO get united and they also try to help others. And secondly, in nowadays social media, we tend to see that there are some old and poor women or men whom all the people get united and help them by providing some basic sanitation necessities and also by providing some clothes, etc. So this shows the humanity nature of the people and it also gets united all the people by a physical kinship that is coming together and also by a moral agreement or mental agreement between them that yes, we should show humanity and help others and also vital association that plays a very vital role in every society. Thank you, sir.
I have one question, and the question is sent for all. And you have to answer looking at me. When I stop you, stop. What you understand when you say humility?
interpretation of empathy in ourselves. The word empathy means to understand the other person without facing the same. And this can be done through suppose understanding, and
Humanity means how we it means that how we help the humans, or our helping nature, or what should like this, that the helping nature or the anything.
Sir, for me, humanity, if you will see the literal definition there, it is a characteristic of human. Humanity must be found everywhere because it is a natural characteristic. But nowadays we are lacking humanity, so that is a different. And another thing I want to say that we can see that compassion and empathy are the moral principles of humanity, and the other meaning of humanity is
For me, humanity means helping others, helping people in our society, everywhere. When we see someone is in problem, we have to help her or him. So, helping others will be important.
So for me, humanity is just one line, that caring for another human as you would care for yourself. If you see another human in pain, you care for them like you would care for yourself. That is what binds us together as a race.
So humanity, according to me, means connecting to own self, how we can connect to our own soul, find an unbeatable connection with God. And there's a very beautiful Sanskrit text which has Advait. Advait term means that in every individual there's a God. So as we preach God, we must accept and understand what every human has to offer to the society.
Humanity for me is standing united with everyone for facing any adversaries, and something that is even unbeatable, you can defeat it or beat it through standing united. That's all.
So for me, humanity means empathy, and not to forget that the person in front of us, even we can stand in front of their situation. And God, whatever has given to us, even God can take us anytime He wants. So we should not forget that in this world we all have the same beings. So we should unitedly stand and help each other and empathize.
Humanity, according to me, is the sum total of empathy, sympathy, love, respect for each other, and the ability to stand for others as we would do for ourselves, to help us and the other people to navigate through adverse situations in life.
Unity is nothing but a divine feeling, not only for a human, but also for an animal or anyone. We will show affection, love towards anyone, and that's called humanity. It's not only for a person, but for everyone around us, and it's come from the divine being only.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for you. Thank you all for the request to put the ID card and the mic on the chair. Thank you so much.